DJ made enough.
I'm Manon Rhéaume, and I'm on I Only Touch Greatness.
My name is Taya Currie, and I'm on I Only Touch Greatness podcast, and I'm the first girl drafted to the OHL.
Looking for the most beers on tap? Great steaks, great staff? Head over to the John B. Pub.
We got the best beers, steaks, chicken wings, nachos in town. Come see us at the John B. Pub.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Come sign up for our football pool. Say Hayes sent you.
The #1 sports podcast in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
A historic moment in Canadian hockey on Saturday. Park Hill, Ontario's Taya Currie became the first female player ever chosen in the Ontario Hockey League's priority selection draft.
Taya, how's it going? Thank you very much for taking the time for us today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hi, how are you?
Good, you?
Good. It's so nice to talk in person now.
Yeah.
And you guys have talked before and met before?
Yes, we didn't meet years ago when she was playing in a tournament in Michigan. So I guess we took a picture together. And after she got drafted, I communicate with her to congratulate her. So we were just on text, but it's nice to finally see her in person.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And it happens on our show, I Only Touch Greatness.
So we'll get started here. So we'll go with Manon, born in Quebec. What was childhood like, and when did you start playing hockey?
I had two brothers that played hockey. My dad was a coach, and no girls were playing hockey back then. So the only time I was playing hockey, it's when I asked to play with my brother, and they would dress me up as goalie and shoot pucks at me. So I was kind of a target for them. That's how I got started.
Okay. And this one goes to Taya, born in Ontario. When did you start playing hockey, and when did you make the transition to goalie?
Yeah, I played goalie right from the very beginning. I never liked being a player, and since Tyke, it's called here, since I was 5 years old, I started playing hockey.
Okay.
And for both of you, did you play any other sports growing up or have any hobbies?
Yeah, in the summer I was playing baseball, and also I grew up in a ski area. So during the winter, not only I was playing hockey, but I was competing in ski. So I remember my mom going crazy because we're the three of us playing a hockey game and having to change quick to go to the ski hill and competing. So it was a little crazy.
Yeah, I played soccer for many years, and we also do a lot of water skiing around here. At Barrow Race, we live on a farm with horses, so I'm pretty busy in the summer.
Okay. And this one's for both of you guys as well. Who did you guys mirror your game after or try and play like?
When I was young, I didn't have any goalie coach really. It's not like today where every single goalie has their goalie coach and training. So I kind of learned on my own just to stop the puck. And but my idol was Daniel Bouchard. I was a huge Quebec Nordics fan, and Daniel Bouchard was the best goalie. So that's kind of who I look up to.
Yeah, I always looked up to my goalie coach, Jason Van Spronson. I go to him quite regularly. But Shannon Zavadoff, I always loved watching her play for Team Canada. She was great.
And that's another lady as well that's played professional. I believe she played a couple games in the dub. I'm pretty sure.
AHL, I think.
Oh, okay. So what were your first feelings when you got signed in 1992 to the Tampa Bay Lightning back in the time, and like what goes through your mind as that was happening?
Obviously, when I got invited, that was like a huge surprise for me. And at first, I didn't know what to expect. And a lot of people said to me, "Are you not crazy to go there and look bad? You don't have as much experience as most of the guys." And I told myself, you know what, I'm getting this great opportunity. I don't want to have any regrets years from now. And I'm going to go for it. And so many times people said no to me because I was a girl. I didn't get the chance to play the highest level because I was a girl. So now I was giving a chance and I went for it. And it was probably the best decision I made.
Oh, definitely was.
Definitely was, and we still remember that like it was yesterday. And it's amazing how much hockey nowadays has changed as well. And like women's hockey is such a big deal now. Like me and Ryan, for instance, like we love watching it. It's never on TV enough. Like we love watching it.
Yes, it actually changed a lot. I look at now Taya getting drafted in the OHL. It was just amazing. And it's becoming normal to watch women hockey and really enjoying the game and seeing how great they are. I coach a lot of young girls right now, and some of the stuff that those girls can do on the ice is as good as what the boys can do on the ice at that age. And it's really cool to see.
And Taya, take me back to probably the biggest day in your life so far, getting drafted to the Sarnia Sting.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty exciting. I didn't really expect it. It was just kind of a natural thing for me to play with the boys. I mean, whatever happens. I'll move on. But yeah, it was a time. It was super exciting, and so many great people reached out to me.
And good guy and friend of the show, Ben Goudreau, is the goalie there now. So he's a good guy. He'll teach you a few things, I'm sure.
Yeah.
This question's for both of you. If you were having a dream dinner party and you can invite 3 people, dead or alive, that are famous, who are you inviting?
I'm going to let Taya go first on that one.
That's a difficult one. Probably Shannon, Carey Price, and Wayne Gretzky.
Nice. Good choices. I like it.
You know what? I think I would like to have a reunion back of the national team and just having a chance to relive the moment where we were back then. Like, for example, when I started with the national team at the Olympics, Ellie Wickenheiser was only 15 years old. So for her, it was brand new. And she went through all those years of seeing the game change. And I think it would be really cool to be able to talk to those young girls at that time, how the game changed all the way up to where it's at now.
For my example, I always say Seth Rogen. I think it'd be funny to watch him, have a dinner conversation with him. And Hulk Hogan's another one I always say. It would be nice to sit down with him. Right?
For both you ladies, do you have any pregame rituals or meals that you guys had to eat before games?
I didn't have anything before a game. I think the only thing that I was doing every game that I played with the women who are with the men's, it's after every warm up, before I leave the warm up, I had to catch the puck in my glove and leave the warm up. And the funny thing is, my oldest one is a goalie, and I never told him about that. And one day I was watching his warm up, and all of a sudden he catch the puck, leave the warm up, and I said, I'm going to check that again the next game. And sure enough, he's doing the same thing. And we start talking about it, and I'm like, did you ever read somewhere that I was doing this? Like, no, that's what I do to get ready. So we both did that, like pretty much every game we played.
Wow, that's pretty unique. That's pretty good. We heard one of Patrick Waugh as well. I guess he does not like when there was pucks in the back of the net. So I guess after every puck, he would clear the puck out.
Yeah.
And Taya, do you have any?
Oh, I'm not a superstitious person either, but after every goal, I take a big drink in my water bottle. And in warm up after, I take all the pucks out of my net. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah, we've had some weird ones since we started this. Like we had one European prospect. He ate a banana before the game and in between every single period. That's a lot of bananas.
And the one guy that blew up a balloon.
He blew up a balloon with a straw.
Just to get his lungs going. One thing we were gonna say was for Manon. You were also in the Olympics, of course, in '98, winning silver. What was it like walking into opening ceremonies first, and what goes through your mind? And then also closing ceremonies, and what was it like putting on the Canada jersey?
The cool thing about playing at the Olympics, I remember when I was young, and every time the Olympic come on TV, I would get excited, and every time Canada would come out, I would be excited to see what they're wearing and how they look. And every time an athlete competed, like just cheering for them. And I remember having butterfly in my stomach when I was a kid, just watching Canada. But this time, that was me there with a Canadian jersey on. I remember the first day we arrived at the village in the bus and walking down the stair of the bus and looking at the village. And it was like surreal to see, and the emotion that you feel. And the opening ceremony, I don't think I stopped smiling the entire time we walk around, all the way up to sitting in the stand. So it was really, really cool moment.
And
this one's for both of you as well. What color was your stick tape, and what's your favorite Gatorade color?
My stick tape is white, and I don't drink Gatorade.
Okay.
Yeah, I always did white in both the top and the bottom, and probably blue for Gatorade, but I'm not a big Gatorade fan.
Okay.
And Manon, what's one thing you tell your son, because he's a goalie too at Notre Dame, I believe, Dylan, right?
Yeah, actually just graduated from there, and he transfers to Quinnipiac for his master. So he'll be playing there this year. But what did I say to my son? The one thing I want him to, like, he grew up with me as a mom, like I'm just his mom. So, and I like to have someone else teaching him. It's a lot easier. Like you can talk to every NHL guys that has kids that play hockey. They don't want to hear from their dad, even if they're the best player in the NHL, because we're just the parents. So it's always better to have someone else teach our kids. And the only thing I would do with him, it's wait for him to come and ask me a question if he had one. And I was probably talking to him more about the mental side of the game, because that was probably my strength. I look at him play, the way he played the puck. I learned to play the puck when I went to play pro hockey. So we were a little different. He's way better at that than me. Yeah. And just the training that those kids has now, they had the level that technically I'd rather have someone else talking to him about hockey, but the mental part of the game, or if I watch a game, like I'm able to see sometime a difficult save for most of the people. It's a really easy save for a goalie, and vice versa. Sometime a goalie is going to make a save that seem easy for people watching in the stand, but when you play the position, you know it's a hard save. Same thing with goals. So we would talk more about the game that way than me telling him what to do.
And I don't know if I had a kid that was a goalie or not, but are you making saves up in the stands too? Like sometimes you're once in a while you see yourself making that save, or what?
The funniest moment, it's the first big tournament my son had to play. He was in the final of states and he was young, was probably like 11 years old. And I remember getting up in the morning and having butterfly in my stomach. So I called my mom and was like, I have a question for you. Dylan has a big game today and I have butterfly in my stomach. I said, is it normal? And my mom answered, it's payback time. So that's when I realized, what I put her through all those years. But it's really difficult as a parent to have a kids play goalie. I love the pressure when I play to be a goalie. Like I love the tight game. I love having to make a big difference in the game. But when it's your kids, you cannot control what they're going to do. You listen to every parent in the stands. So it's probably the worst thing to be a parent of a goalie.
I believe it. And this one's for Taya. Have you faced any challenges, and how did you come over the challenges of being a woman in male hockey?
Honestly, no. It's been all positive. I mean, at tournaments, everyone's saying congrats or great game or nice save or opponents. It's always been a great experience. I mean, there's always people behind the screen that are going to be negative, but I don't really think about it. I just think of I'm a normal teammate to the boys.
Awesome, and that's how it should be.
Describe what it's going to be like when you put on that Sarnia jersey?
Oh, of course. It's going to be pretty exciting, especially going to camp. I'm pretty excited for that, but I'm also a little nervous. See how it goes, I guess, from there and play it by day. Just play hard and have fun with it.
But anything you could tell her being a legend?
I think, I read a lot about her and I listened to her interview. I think, she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's dealing with. And the thing, it's when you're a goalie and you're in that position, you get to a place like this. I remember in Tampa Bay, like when I walked into the walk from my locker room to the ice, it's probably the most nervous I've ever been in my life. I felt like my heart would come out of my chest. It was beating so hard. But as soon as I stepped on the ice, I was just in a hockey game. Like I forgot about playing an NHL game, having a Tampa Bay jersey on, and I was just playing hockey. That's something I grew up doing. And I feel like Taya is going to have that same feeling. She's probably going to be super nervous getting there. But when she stepped on the ice, it's going to be like another hockey game. She's done that all her life. And obviously she had a lot of success playing where she's playing right now. So she got drafted for a reason, because she's great and she's going to go there and do her thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for both of you, any hidden talents or hobbies outside of sports?
I love to play golf. I don't think it's a hidden talent because I'm not necessarily the most, consistent golf player, but I really enjoy it. I like to compete with myself and be better. So it's a good sports for that.
Yeah, I mean, in summer I do a lot of water skiing in the boat in our cottage, so I really enjoy that. I'm pretty good at it. Stuff, and I also barrel race, so I think that's something that's really important to me.
Cool.
Okay, that's cool. Cool. Okay, let's talk about Manon, you've got a movie, Between the Pipes movie. Can you tell us about that? And I heard at one point it was Sandra Bullock was going to play you.
That was like in 1992, 93, like way back in Tampa Bay. I did sign a deal with a company, and Sandra Bullock was supposed to be the one playing, and the movie never happened. And 5 years ago, Angie Bullaro, she's a producer, and she wrote script and things like that. And for her next project, she wanted to do a project on a female athlete. She wanted a female lead. And I guess her dad told her, oh, yeah, in the 90s, they had all those women playing in the NHL. So she started researching it, and she realized that was only me. So she contacted me, and from there, we start talking about the project. And when she said to me, I want to be able to inspire people, that's when I got on board, because over the years, like I experienced a lot of great things on the ice, but probably the most satisfying part of it was my story inspired other people to do great things in their fields. So I was like all in for that. And along the way, because she's also a children book writer, she ended up writing the children book at the same time than the movie. And the children book just came out last October, and we're still like working with the movie now.
And that's the Breaking the Ice, right? And that's all the stores everywhere selling that now.
Yeah, and it's been a great, project to be part of. CJ Pang is the one that designed all the character, and it was really cool because for me, I was like reliving what I experienced when I was a kid, just looking at all those images. And I have one page at the face that I'm making, and that image is like I still make that face to my kids sometimes. So, it was amazing how he was able to capture. Really how I felt during those moments just with the images. And Angie, like, to be able to capture the whole story in 40 pages, because in children book, you need to be able to condense the story. She did a great job with it. So it was great to be part of it.
And Taya, what do you see yourself accomplishing or wanting to accomplish in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, at this point, I don't really have a set expectations for myself. Just keep on working hard and see where it takes me at this point. Just have fun with hockey. Play the game I love.
There you go. And being that young, you still got your whole life ahead of you. You can do anything you put your mind to, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And you got the talent. Everybody knows that already. And this one's for both of you. Do you have a favorite sports movie?
I don't really know. I don't really think so at this point. I'm not a movie fan. I don't watch much television, but I can't really choose.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm like her. I'm not a big movie fan. I'm going to the theater, sitting down for 2.5 hours. I need to move all the time. So I'm not like a movie fan, but one of the movie that I really enjoy watching was Miracle. I think I like the underdog, and I like story of people when they don't believe in you and they end up, doing great things. So that was a cool movie to watch.
Yeah, I think my favorite movie is going to be Between the Pipes. See, that's what we do around here. We just plug it in when we can and throw that out there.
How important, this one's for both of you guys, how important do you think an athlete's image through social media is nowadays?
Taya, you can go ahead first on that one since it's your time.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty important. I mean, social media doesn't mean that much to you. It's who you are in person to what truly means and shows other people. I think social media is overrated. And honestly, it doesn't really matter what people say on social media. It's not going to affect you.
And for me, it's like such a new world. I look back in 92. I don't know how it would have been if we would have had social media back then. The funny things, like Taya's going to laugh at that, but people back then was writing letters. So I remember coming to camp and getting there, and the lady at the front that was checking us in, she had that pile of mail. And I'm thinking to myself, why is she giving me that? And she said, this is fan mail. I said, what's fan mail? She's like, people's writing to you. And so all of a sudden I started getting like mail every day and just like tons of mail. And I couldn't believe, but that's the way we communicated back then. So I can only imagine social media, back then, how it would have been. And I'm kind of happy that was not that way.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's better if it was that way, because nowadays, if someone posts something one day, 4 or 5 years down the road, that could affect them. And that's what's happening these days, is people are making mistakes throughout their life and it's affecting them years later. And it just shows that you got to be respectful and know that people are always watching nowadays.
People are growing up online nowadays that they can just think they're doing a joke even. And sometimes you never know. Online's a scary world. Do you have any words, Manon, for young ladies in hockey that to inspire them?
It just to be themselves and believe in themselves and not letting people saying no to them to stop them to what they want to accomplish. And I coach young girls here in Michigan, and I always say the two biggest thing, the most important thing for them to be successful, not just in hockey, in life, is their work ethic. It doesn't matter if it's in hockey or at home or in school. If they work hard, good things going to happen to them, and respect, to respect the people around them. So if they have those two things, I think they're going to have success both in hockey and life.
And Manon, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say, have you ever met Quinn Hughes' mom? She's a figure skater from Michigan, right? Is that what she was, figure skater?
No, she played. This is a funny thing. So Quinn and my son Dylan, they played together at the USA program. So Ellen played on the 1994 World Championship against me. She was with Team USA. I was with Team Canada. And her husband, Jim, coached me in professional roller hockey. So her husband coached me. I play hockey against her. Both our kids play together. And now we're great friends. She's here in Michigan and we golf together.
What a small world. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I seen that I clicked on her name one day and I saw that you were a friend in common. So I was like, oh, how the hell did that happen? And I couldn't put it all together. I thought she was a figure skater, but because that's where Quinn
gets. It happened.
Yeah, that's where Quinn gets great edges from.
Exactly.
We love the Hughes family out here in Vancouver. That's where we're from. So obviously having Quinn here and hopefully Luke pretty shortly here.
Yeah.
This one we kind of asked everyone, if you were an animal, what would you be?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe a horse. I do love horses. They're pretty special to me. I live on a farm and grew up with them.
I'm going to say a dog. I've never been a big dog lover, needed a dog, but my son decided to get a dog before leaving for college. And the dog ended up being my dog. So I never thought that a dog would change my life like this. Now I cannot when I leave for a road trip or whatever, I'm sad. I don't want to leave him behind. So I guess I would say a dog.
I always tell people that my animal would be a dolphin because I got no hair, I'm bald, and I got a nose like a dolphin. Okay, that's if we're doing these kind of questions, then let's if there's $1,000 prize on the line and you had to sing one karaoke song to win that $1,000 prize, what song would you choose?
I cannot sing. That is the one thing. Someone asked me before, if you had a talent you don't have, you would like to have. I would love to be able to sing. I think it would be so cool to have a good voice, but I'm pretty much the worst singer ever. So I would not even attempt to win the $1,000.
Fair enough.
I just assumed the French Canadian, you might sound like Celine Dion.
Nope, very far from it.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I'm not much of a singer here.
Okay. And what's a favorite rink you guys have played so far in Manon, obviously? What was the favorite rink you played in your career? And Taya, what's your favorite rink you've played so far and which rink you looking forward to?
I definitely love the London Knights Arena. It's pretty big. It's fun to skate on. It's a big rink and just enjoy it all about that.
Oh, yeah, we hear that all the time from everybody in the OHL.
Yeah.
For me, back then, we didn't have really, the greatest rink to play at. So, some of the big rink that I play at is in Trois-Rivières with the Quebec Major. It's not a huge rink, but those are the rink that I was playing at. So we didn't really, maybe at the Olympics, that was probably one of the biggest rink that we played in front of a lot of people. But other than that, we didn't play in the greatest rink.
Okay, and take me back to your first NHL exhibition game with the Lightning.
Okay, that one, it was a fairground. They put a rink in a fairground and they put stand around. So it was probably one of the worst rink I played in. The ice was awful and it didn't even look like a rink. So that's my point. I wish I was at a new rink in Tampa now, downtown. I think that this organization did such a great job since the first time Tampa Bay came in 92. I think people didn't know anything about hockey in Tampa Bay. I think people in the stand was just there to cheer on the team, didn't know the rules. And now they have a great facility. What they did with downtown, everybody has Tampa Bay jersey, t-shirt on, all the business has their poster everywhere. And the rink is amazing. And you talk to people there, they know all about hockey now. And it's just great to see the transformation from 92 to now.
Yeah,
definitely. Lots have changed. I mean, look how many times they won the cup now. So a lot of things have changed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
And Taya, how would you describe your goaltending? Like you stand up, butterfly?
I'd say like I'm fast side to side. I like my speed, quick reflexes, and just very flexible goalie. I like my splits in the game. So yeah.
Okay.
well, right.
And this one's for Manon as well. I know you talked about Wickenheiser a little bit there. Obviously, being a Canadian here, huge inspiration for all of us. What was she like as a 15-year-old? And did you know she was going to turn into be the greatest of all time?
No, she was young, and obviously to be able to compete at that level when she was young, it was great to see that. And we become really good friends because I was, obviously older and kind of looking out for her. And I remember we were in Calgary for 6 months prior, even more, 7 months prior to the Olympics, and it was like we started in August and we didn't find out until December who made the team. So almost like a 5 months tryouts, and all the girls had to quit their job basically to train every day and move to Calgary. So everybody wanted to save money. I become the hairdresser of the team, and my first client was Haley Wickenheiser. So I still have a picture of me cutting her hair.
That's awesome. And another guest of the show, Cameron Granato. What was it like playing against her?
It was awesome. She's absolutely amazing. I got a chance to meet her too off the ice. And obviously one of her brother coached my son. I met Tony, another of his brother, when he was here and coaching with Detroit. So they're a great hockey family. She's got the best parents too. Like every time I see them, they hug me like I'm one of theirs. So they have a great family, great hockey family. And I think they're doing a lot. And to see her, I'm so excited for her to be the first female scout. She deserves it. She know the game. She's got brother that play. She's been around hockey all her life. I know her kids play at a high level, so I think she's going to be really good at her job. And it was really cool to see last night on TV to see her there and representing the Kraken.
That led to my next question. Actually, is what do you both think of the Seattle Kraken and the logo and the jersey, and what do you think of the team joining?
I think it's awesome. And the only thing I'm disappointed, it's the guy that they pick up here in Detroit, his girlfriend was my assistant coach. So now I just lost my assistant coach. I was just like praying for him to not get picked up, and he got picked up. So that was my only disappointment with the Krakens. Other than that, I think it's going to be great to have another team, and it'll be fun to see. Like, I know Vegas got a great start when they started. So we'll see how Seattle's going to be.
And you must be referring to a local boy, Dennis Chalowski, from about 15 minutes from where me and Ryan are from.
Yep. Yes, exactly. Brooke Kaderka's a girlfriend, and she was my assistant coach, and she was amazing. So I was really sad.
I'm guessing that's probably moving closer to home. It is close to home for him, but I'm not sure about her, but it's definitely closer to home for him.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, and Taya, what do you think about the Seattle Kraken?
Yeah, just see how it goes. Sure, it'll be great. It's pretty exciting for them, and yeah.
Okay, ladies, I just want to thank you both so much for taking the time for us today and coming on and chatting with us. We're obviously big fans of both you and Manon. We definitely bring us back to our childhood and watching you and stuff, and it meant a lot to us to speak to you. And Taya, you got a huge future ahead of you. You're definitely going to go somewhere in hockey, and we can't wait to cheer you on to the next level.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
For having us. And good luck, Taya. If you play, I'm close. I'll go watch you play.
Looking for the most beers on tap, great steaks, great staff? Head over to the John B. Pub.
We got the best beers, steaks, chicken wings, nachos in town. Come see us at the John B. Pub.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Come sign up for our football pool. Say Hey sent you.